on time today since we have that extra meeting.
Okay.
But we'll just stop, I guess, when the clock starts. How long is it gonna probably take for you think we can cover the,
Oh, yeah.
can we do that in 15 minutes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so we'll get that.
Okay, so it depends on where we want to start. Do we want to start on revitalization?
Pick and go.
I'm starting with,
First time home buyers, which one do you wanna go?
looks like I got stapled revitalization process.
We'll go
Okay.
with that.
With the packets, I'm not sure everybody got a packet?
Everyone
got
have a packet?
Okay, excellent. I just started with the definition on the bottom part of the packet with multifamily housing revenue bonds, just to help understand where this money is coming from. And these bonds are issued to finance construction of multifamily housing projects where a specified proportion of the units will be rented to moderate to low-income families, in some cases targeted toward elderly residents. These securities also may provide financing either directly or through a loans to lenders program and may be secured in whole and part by federal guarantees or subsidies. Okay,
Now, is this new or just,
this is both new and revitalized. If you go into the statutes here, which I won't get into because we'll all fall asleep in about 3.5 seconds. This is just standard statutes that talks about owners of multifamily housing projects.
Can you go, and I apologize, the basis for this, we're discussing,
Revitalize.
this is something new?
We're-
This is something-
Michael had brought up the concept of revitalizing existing multifamily housing here in Blue Springs.
We were gonna include this in our recommendations to the city council, that, yes, we have new guidelines and standards in place for the new developments, but we wanna have something done with our deteriorating older multifamily.
So this can only be used to revitalize?
That's correct. Well, that's the thing. Nothing in here says it can only be used to
I mean,
revitalize the exterior.
I just
It
don't know
goes-
that the community, in terms of the purpose of this subcommittee, in terms of making recommendations, I don't think it was because there was interest in building more subsidized, low-income
Mm.
housing units.
No, this is, what this does is.
So I just wanted to clarify,
Right.
but this does not stipulate that it's for revitalization. It stipulates that anybody could be using this to build more of those types of units.
No, this part is just strictly definition, talks about where the money comes from, which is a bond money. This comes from state bonds.
see if we're using it to really tell people to revitalize.
With this.
Now, these bonds can actually, if the people want to use it for new, they can go get it themselves.
But
Either
this-
way, but we're just trying to
So
point out.
You're just giving this, and that's why I wanted to clarify in my mind. What you're saying is that this will be an option for revitalization purposes, which I don't have a problem with.
But you're right, you're talking right here, I'm reading this. It says MHDC, Rental Housing Production Preservation Program, it's for low income families.
I'm thinking that what we're not,
We're not addressing what
we
we
need to
asked
make
to
sure
address.
we're not in,
You're right, we want to fix up our existing housing.
right.
This doesn't sound like that's,
That we're not encouraging the development of more multifamily that's, because I don't think that's what the community wants.
No.
We're just showing you what's available, and this is
Yeah,
what's
okay.
available.
This is what's available, if I can start from square one again. The money comes from bonds. Page 2, this is the statutes that hold up where the bond monies come from. Page 3, more statutes, this is just legalese, showing what these statutes again,
when Meadow Ridge was fixed up, did they
Fine.
use this?
this is exactly what they use.
That development that we were talking about, that, you know, the,
Bill, is it on
The
the?
new units that are over by Cordell Mason,
Hmm.
the massive complex over
Chapel
by
Ridge.
Chapel
Cordell
Ridge.
Mason, is that a HUD development?
Did we
No.
never
it's
have-
income controlled, you can only make so much to live there.
And they did get the state
They
housing
got
tax
bonding.
credits
Mhm.
So, yes.
because they have income.
Okay.
It's income
restricted.
controlled,
It's
so-
not-
Income control.
Controlled, you
But
can only make so much to
People
live
can go
there.
get that if they want anyways.
They
All my
have
main
market rate.
What I was
And they
bringing up
also have
is, we bring something up or something to these people that have access to revitalize
Well, then
these
I-
older.
I'm all for revitalization. I don't think there's anyone who's going to be opposed to that. It's just, what would be the ultimate, I mean, if the revitalized, is it for a certain clientele?
Well, if I,
And does it then stipulate that it's a certain, I mean, if we're starting to get into bringing in more housing to the community that is a federally subsidized form of housing, then I just think you need to go back and, you need to be careful that we're actually meeting the mission, the purpose and intent of the committee.
And this isn't what I was wanting. I guess what I was wanting from staff was, I'm kind of agreeing with Dr. Browse and where he's going with this. This isn't what I wanted. What I wanted was, what have communities done in other cities that have revitalized it? Whether it's a 353 program, something that is initiated by the city, something that is done by cities, not by the federal government by bringing
And
in
you bring in the stipulations.
what we can do
Well,
as
these
a
are
city.
These are state
these,
funds. We're just showing you what
Right.
those
What the
in the
process
city
is.
have already done have
Now.
utilized. This is what they've utilized.
this,
Village, Adams
including
Bend,
Kansas City.
Right.
I
This
thought
is-
it
this
was
is all we
that, was
have.
it CBG fund? or-
CDBG.
Right.
That
Yeah, I
doesn't
thought-
have anything to do with it.
No, that won't.
I thought a lot of the cities were using that, which is the federal fund.
There are home
For-
funds which are separate, and we're not eligible for a lot
And
of
there's
those.
block grant.
Agreed. And what I was wanting,
Okay.
maybe for our meeting on the 12th
Sure.
is, what have other communities done, utilize the multifamily, not federal grant
We
funds,
could look at a
but
lot.
what they have done to revitalize the multifamily, because these programs are available and they're not being used. What we want to do is something different. These have initiated on listing apartment complexes to bring up theirs, whether, and it's something that cities have initiated on their own to help revitalize.
Some of these cities more directly.
Yes, if I may,
So far. And we can do a little bit more research and contact some of these cities more directly.
yes, if I may interject. I have from a federal or state level, period, to the topic. These funds either come from a federal or state level, period. They do not come from a city level.
Mhm.
So what I was bringing here, they have this production and preservation our city can do from a state level. And here, they have this production and preservation program. The type of, the Autumn Ridge place at profit are eligible to apply for financing. The Autumn Ridge place at Autumn Ridge.
Villas of Autumn. My district, and that's been fixed up and looks really good. Those are the
Yes.
villas, is that what they
We
were?
use to
I'm
revitalize.
talking about the one in my district, and that's been fixed up and looks really good. Those are the
Yes.
villas, is that what they renamed
Those
it?
are
Because it
Autumn
used to
Bend,
not be
yeah.
called that, it used to
They
be called
used to be
something.
called
Meadow Ridge.
Meadow Ridge, right,
Yeah.
okay,
Stating that it's,
wonderful.
could
And
we
this
present
is what-
this into a way of not stating that it's for production or for new, but more just for,
This is preservation.
yeah.
Yeah, but